Ryan, what's going on? What's happening? Tell you what, man. Things are happening. Life is good, buddy. Just planning the day out. Here, how about you? Well, I'm on here late today, man. Um, I had a meeting earlier, and then I was supposed to have another meeting. I don't know what happened. Um, and so yeah, I didn't really get a chance to go live. And then really, what was it about? I'm hearing more and more people talk about being God and creating our reality. I stumbled on this new person on YouTube, a woman, a girl, and one of her videos was about that. And I want to reach out to her and see if she wants to do a collab or something, you know? Yeah, I know, Presley. I know. Well, I don't know what happened. And then I get this call from PayPal talking about, oh, somebody's trying to change your password on your account. And so I said, no, it's not me. And then I ended up calling PayPal directly. Come to find out that I don't know if you guys heard of Roboblocks or Roblox. Come to find out it's like some game or something like that. I don't know. A lot of kids play it, I guess. And literally, whoever somehow made charges of $199.99 like 8 times. And fortunately, PayPal saw it was fraud and then did a refund. So I was on the phone with PayPal. I was on the phone with the bank. Um, I'm hoping and I know for a fact that we're heading in good times and that all of this garbage that we're all been dealing with is going to be gone. Oh, he was just talking about his views and beliefs. People were asking him to define source, and he was saying it's undefined. That's exactly it. I was going to say the same thing. It's undefined. You can't define it. There's no way you could do it with the human form. Yeah. Fortunately, I got the phone number. Someone trying to change it, and then and there was like 8 charges of like $199.99. So you're talking like what, 1,500 something dollars. It never made it to the bank so far. I never heard of Roblox. I don't know if you guys have or not, but it's like some game. Yeah, you for source. Well, let me take it a step back because source is in everything. What's happening, Chelsea? Oh, it is. That's what I figured. So it's probably kids doing it. It's probably kids doing it somehow. Um, and you know what? It's like, why would you do 8 charges one after the other for the same exact amount? For the exact, you know? because they know right away that's fraud. To the same account too, you know. It's a vegan. It's all over. I got it in my beard and everything, guys. Yeah, it's true. You're right. You're right. Very true. Um, I do, man. And it bothers me a lot, man, that we have to go through all this stuff. It's like, to me, it's like most of it is so freaking pointless and time consuming. And, um, you know, I just never understood it, man. I never understood it. I never understood why people just don't come together and just put all their resources together and just come together. Everybody's all about, let me get as much things as I can for myself, for self. Let me get, all this material items, all this money, pack it away. Like, I don't know. I just wonder, like, I can't even wrap my head around, because I see everybody as one in love. And it's like so difficult for me to understand why people don't. And I understand it at the same time. It is fear. I get it. It has to do with, the core root is fear. Um, Fear that they're not going to have enough, fear that it's going to be taken from them, fear of somebody, they can't trust someone else. And it's funny because things like this are showing us a mirror. They're mirroring to us. So it's like, I could go into like, oh, these kids, these damn kids, they can't be trusted, blah, blah, blah. I can go into that place, or not. And I'm not in fear. And I wasn't the moment that it all was transpiring. But, everything is mirrored to us. So it's like, if you experience someone being robbed or you get robbed, the universe is trying to show you something, you know? No, I haven't. Interesting. I'll have to check that out though, but I didn't. There's some other books I'm really wanting to look into. That I just heard this speaker talk about time runners and teleporting and obviously, like, the looking glass technologies, all of these things I want to deep dive more. And but I just don't understand, man. I don't understand on that level, like other people don't understand. Yeah, a reflection of the hate they have in their heart. But not only is that the case, but it's also trying to show you something. Like, what areas in your life are you not trusting someone? Like, so you get shown these more and more, like, oh wait, like, oh my God, like, look at what I'm doing. If you literally, like, recorded yourself walking around every day doing things, like, if there was like a video on you, yeah, oh, it is a lesson without a doubt. And my point is, if you actually had like a film crew on you, like, all day long walking you around, you would quite literally probably be like, wow, oh my God, look at the different ways I don't trust other people. And when you don't trust other people, what does that mean? You don't trust yourself. um because they are us and we are them, right? At the end of the day. So it's like, you always have to go back. You always have to go back and ask yourself, like, what areas in my life am I not trusting? In one chapter, he talks about why a fully alt-rustic society isn't possible. For instance, if almost nobody told a lie, then liars would have huge and incredible benefits being trusted by everyone. Or like if everyone shared food and times of famine, etc. Like just logically being selfish has evolved in our society because we have limited resources, land, food. But is it really limited though? Is it really limited? Because what's happening is they're inhabiting certain areas to make it look like there's limited space. But there's like, you know how much empty land there is around this whole planet that we haven't even begun to even scratch the surface of using. So understand this. It's an illusion. They're making you think. Yeah. Why would it be useless though? Why would it be useless? I mean, it's just like any land, anywhere. Oh man, there's tons of places that isn't desert. I mean, you're talking about billions of acres everywhere. Just in the state I'm in alone. Yeah, but here's the thing, man. That's just an illusion too, because no one really owns anything. But the planet is all ours, each and every one of us. Um, at the end of the day, man, every single thing is about creating separation and divide. No, it's late in the day already, man. I had things I had to do, but that's funny you said that. Um, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I mean, you all know Daren already crushed an acai bowl earlier. Thank you, Ryan. You're right, man. You're right. I got a bunch of them, man. I picked up at the store the other day to make my own, and the pineapple is, whew, my God. If you haven't got yourself on some pineapple, man, mm. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, man. Again, that's an illusion that we've experienced. Take care, Chelsea. It does, because I feel like we're getting to the point. I know we're getting to the point where we've reached critical mass, and humanity is beginning, which is going to be a big part of next year. Um, where there's going to be a lot of people waking up, realizing to the truth of who they are, and being pissed off because and angry at the fact that they've been lied to. Yeah, exactly. I am. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? When humans actually realize that how powerful they are and how we can manifest instantaneously, there's going to be a whole different world and a whole different ball game. Um, I don't think so. It was some I forgot actually, not his name. So many people coming through here. I can't even remember the guy's name. I haven't even seen him in a little while either. Um, it's so funny. Every time you come on, he's on. Every time you're on, he's not on. Every time you're not on, he's on. Because everything is about profitability. Yeah, it's just like it goes back to free energy too, man. Free energy, it's like there has to be something in it for someone. Yeah, he's from Australia, I think. I know he was like 50 something years old or something like that. I just can't remember what his YouTube handle is. Yeah, but see, the whole thing is, man. Oh man, this is a whole can of worms you guys are going into, man. And a lot of this I can't even speak on here about that I would like to. Yeah, you should have asked her out, man, or just said, hey, I'm vibing with you. You want to chill after you get off work? Oh wow, that's crazy, man. Well, you should definitely start up a conversation, even if it's like a friendship with a friend, starting from a friendship um, place. Um, hey, how you doing? I noticed that start off like that. Well, that's cool. I mean, hey, that's okay. But you could definitely use if you're vibing with her and you vibe with her, you should definitely use your friend. No, but I'm saying you could use your friend that is a mutual friend and be like, how long have you known this person? Because I know them too. And I noticed you randomly came up on my Facebook page knowing this person. No, but you can message her without even adding her and say you noticed that you were shown, oh, I used to go to this place you used to work and you popped up on my Facebook recommendations and you're actually a mutual friend of mine. That's like a good conversation piece to break the ice, man. I don't think you even need to add it right now. You could just break the ice with you could just break the ice with yeah, it's really listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You're talking to someone who literally had no self-confidence or anything, man. Like I couldn't even look girls in the eyes, man. And I was just, you know, the porn game into porn all the time and all that stuff, man, gaming and so I went through it all. And now I come on here 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to come on live, and especially with the trolls that come through here. And none of it bothers me. None of it. I don't even get scared to go live anymore. I used to 10 years ago, But it comes down to everything is about just doing it. And then once you do it, you just get better and better at it with whatever it is. The fear no longer exists. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I got a download this morning. And I'm going to tell you what. The biggest and main reason that we came here, well, not only to experience all of this, but it is to transcend fear. And it doesn't matter what you look like, man. It doesn't matter anything. All of that is ignored when you have confidence. And the way you get the confidence is like some of these guys on YouTube that just have these videos. 8 years older than who? A lot of these videos on YouTube, these guys that are like in their 20s or whatever, and they do like videos on picking up women and, you know, just randomly walking up to them and like, you know, trying to get their number and whatever. I know there's one called Young Mooch. He's got like 500,000 followers. He does a lot of that stuff. And you see the confidence in that dude every single time he does it more and more. There's another guy that I used to follow, Crew Aesthetics, and he does that shit all the time. And he just randomly does videos about walking up to and trying to get their numbers. And it's like he's done it thousands of times on the videos on YouTube, and he lives in the area that I used to live in. And it really is like it did 10 years ago. I actually love it. Just like you're gonna love going up to women and getting numbers. You're gonna be like this, like it's gonna become fun. Anything when you have confidence is fun. When you don't have the confidence, it's scary. You're fearful. You're like, when you have the like, confidence is everything, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. The way that, no, I mean, if you can't, no, I don't think you're a creep if you do that. But like, I feel like if she doesn't work at this place anymore and you don't know where she is at or anything, and she popped up on a thing, that's a different story. It is better. But if you don't have access to meeting with her in person than anymore because she doesn't work there, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I mean. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. You could just say, hey, you know, your work closed. That I used to go to that store all the time and it closed down, and you popped up on my Facebook, and you know, we have mutual friends. Where'd you meet them? How do you know them? You know, whatever. That could be like the icebreaker, you know? Yeah, it is. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, that's what we're heading towards in 2025, man. Stepping into our authentic truth, our power, knowing who we are. That's all confidence, you know? Yeah, exactly. I mean, and there's nothing to be worried about, man, because you know what? At the end of the day, man, you are God in human form creating your reality, man. Whether you want to believe that or not, you don't have to. But I'm going to tell you what, you are powerful, man. We all are. And everyone has just forgotten because of the brainwashing and conditioning that we have experienced. All of us. Essentially dumbing us down to the point where we're so fearful of everything. And then when you're fearful, you can be puppeted. That's a better word than the CONTROL word. So let me just say this, man. Just be like, I know who I am, man. I know who I am. Say these things to yourself, man. I'm a confident dude. I'm gonna, what's the word? Like they use, like, I ate this shit up, you know, like you're gonna eat this shit up for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch, you know? Yeah, no, I got you. I mean, but again, and you know what? If you're thinking that, you're more worried about the other person than yourself. So it's something to look at. Ask why. Why are you more worried about her being uncomfortable, because if she's uncomfortable, she'll tell you. I wouldn't even worry about that because she's gonna feel that energy, man. Let that shit all go and just be like, I'm this confident dude that is going to rip this up. Yeah, but you could still be nice about it, you know, friends to somebody, you know, like I keep going back to that because that's like a real good icebreaker, you know, and that makes somebody's going to be more comfortable because you're mutual friends with someone, you know, so it would make them more. But again, if you think that she's going to act a certain way, then that's how she's going to act, because you're telling the universe that that's what you want to experience. So you got to just be like, you know what, you know what, universe, I'm going to hit this girl up. I'm going to talk to her. I'm confident. I'm in my power. I know who I am. And she's going to want to chat, and we're going to go have a cup of coffee, whatever, you know, and just whatever happens, man. that's, that's a good one, Presley. That's a good one. I give you that. That's a good one, man. You know what I mean? Like half the time it's more you're in your head about it, thinking that she's going to think you're coming off a certain way, you are a certain way, whatever. And in actuality, she doesn't even think any of that, because at the end of the day, man, people that you would think are so confident are more insecure than you actually are. Yeah, break the ice, man. You know, like none of this surface level BS, you know what I mean? Like that's a good icebreaker right there. How many kids should you have? See, now you're getting ahead of yourself, my friend. Um, yeah, you just gotta like. Let me tell you this, man. Get your hair done. If you got hair, go get it clipped. Get into the barber shop. Feel confident, man. Put on a fresh outfit. You know, just get in the zone, man. Even do all of that if you're even gonna just message her on Facebook, because it's gonna make you. You're gonna feel more confident just in that in itself. You know, like put on a nice fresh outfit, get your hair done, you know, hit the barber shop, you know what I mean? Like all of it. And then you're going to feel more confident. And then, you know, just, I'm a boss, man. I'm going to pull up like a boss, you know, and just walk around, man. The more you can speak to yourself, it works, man. I'm telling you right now, you can walk down the street and you say, look at me, boy, and then just move your legs, strut yourself, boy, just you know, what is it, the pimp with the limp or something like that? I don't know what they used to say, man, back in the 90s and stuff, but you know, you just walk with that confidence, man, and they can sense it. You could smell it. You could see someone confident coming down the road, you know. And I feel like what I just got, they just told me, is like experience breeds confidence. Experience breeds confidence. And remember this, man, even by you saying that, you're putting that out to the universe. Like, send that message like a boss, you know, with that kind of energy, man. Send that message like a boss. You know, like, and the confidence oozes off of you, man. You know, like, I'm telling you right now, man, if you go watch some of the videos on my other channel, Daren Ripp, like a year ago, 2 years ago, man, it's like night and day how I am now as to how I was then. And even that, when I was on Periscope, like back in 2015, man, if you go back and watch those videos, or just watch like family videos that my father was filming, you know, like 10 years ago, it's like night and day. Yeah, and don't worry about it, man. Don't put that kind of energy out, man. Say she's gonna respond, and she's gonna like what you have to offer. This is the words that you got to spit out. She's going to like what I offer. We're going to get it. We're going to hit it off. We're going to, like use these confident words, man, because you're setting yourself up for your future version of you. You know, I like they just told me, man, it's confidence is everything, man. And confidence comes from experience. So you know what's going to happen? You're gaining experience from this. And then the next one, you're going to be confident, even more confident. You know what I mean? And then even more confident. And then it's just like there's nothing that will stop you. You're like, I got this, man. I got this shit right here. There's no worst case scenario, bro. You got it. It's going to happen. She's going to reach out. It's going to be cool. You guys going to go and get a drink or a cup of coffee. Maybe, maybe have a donut together. Maybe you're going to share a donut. Maybe you'll share like a Sonic ice cream together with one straw. Who knows, man? Yeah, go ahead. Ask away. Night squirrels. But I'm at a point, man, where no matter what anybody asks me or says on these lives or anything that I do, I have no problem answering. And I know who I am, and that's why nothing. That's why half the time the trolls come in and they end up subscribing. And I know it, and I'm that confident about it. And I'm that confident that this channel is going to be over 100,000, 10 million followers. I'm that confident about it. I know it. And I'm at a point where no one can tell me otherwise. And when you're so confident and you believe so strongly, nobody can tell you otherwise. It's the times when you doubt yourself, when you don't trust yourself, is when you can be easily manipulated and altered. And that's when you're in those lower vibrational states, which is fear. And if you don't believe in yourself enough, then anybody can persuade you. And I had it majority of my life, people persuading me all the time to do this and do that. And I did it because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be, I wanted to be loved by people, And now I'm just realizing the more and more you love yourself, the more and more it don't even matter. And not one person can persuade you into anything. But I'm going to tell you this much. When I was like 16, 17, 18 years old, man, I got persuaded into doing drugs. I started with smoking weed, and then it progressed into many, many other things, to the point where I would be hovered over the toilet after smoking tons of weed and being trashed and drunk and throwing up in the toilet, the room spinning, doing heavier stuff than that. And why? Because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value. I didn't know who I was. And I was easily manipulated and easily persuaded into doing anything, really. And a lot of these experiences that we go through in these situations, man, as tough as they can be, they're to build that or you go through these different situations, man, there's nobody that's gonna be able to persuade you or manipulate you, or through experiences and interactions you go through, like this situation right here. It's only gonna this is perfect because we just had a full moon. We're going into the winter solstice. We're going into 2025, man, and 2025 is all about stepping in your power, man, and knowing who you are, and that's exactly what you just did, brother. So congratulations, man. And you know what? I'm congratulating you for having the guts to even bring it up on this live, and not be ashamed to do it, and to admit where you're at. In different areas of our life. So, hey, man, hats off to you, man. I know it's going to go well, and if it doesn't, there'll be something better. And now you had confidence and strength to do it. So you know what? You're only leading closer and closer to someone that is going to be perfect for you. So good for you, man. And what was the question Night Squirrel had? Like you never put your question in. And I know a lot of people like Ryan was writing stuff, and I was so in the zone, man. Sometimes that happens, you know. I mean, what are your intentions? If you're wanting to make a connection without expectations and see what happens, that's great. Maybe she has a partner or doesn't use social media much, etc. I throw the friends request though, because I sometimes find messages requests from like a year ago that I never noticed. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Because you know what? There'll be something better. There's always one door closes, another one opens, man. And you know what? Everything is energy, man. And energy can transfer. So you know what? That's why a lot of people will always say like, oh man, I went through all these different people. See, I'm not going to get into this topic because this goes deep, and this will not be just on a call like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I don't plan to stay on for like a long time. I'm definitely not opening this can of worms, but it'll be on another live. You're never losing anything though, man. It's always you're always gaining something, man. Always. Even through like a broken something, man, you're gaining confidence, you're gaining inner strength, you're gaining maybe a friendship out of it. I mean, there's always something you're gaining. Wisdom, experience. Oh yeah, look, you know, I approached 10 girls and this is what happened. All 10 of them rejected me, but you know, 5 hour live. Yeah, no, definitely not going to be a 5 hour live, but as much as I would love to, um hold on, what's this? Um Hey Dennis, what's going on, brother? Yeah, so my point is, yeah, there's always something you're gonna gain, man. There's always. Every single thing is about our souls expanding and evolving and going to the next level. You know, and like I said, man, there's a lot of things that I would love to chat about on here and talk about, but it's not the timing. A lot of people aren't ready to hear some of these things, you know, and that's okay. Um, but and there's things I just can't on here in general, at least not for right now. Um, but I will tell you this: every time now I'm going on TikTok, so many people are talking about the ban that's going to potentially happen. Um, if someone, I think I think what if I'm understanding it correctly, a U.S. person from the U.S. has to buy TikTok in order for it to not be banned in the United States. Who knows? Maybe Elon Musk will buy it. It's a possibility, right? I don't know. Who knows? Just like he bought Twitter, but it's getting close to like I think the beginning of January, the court systems are if it's not bought by then, that's it. You know. Um, I honestly really don't know, but I see a lot of TikTokers talking about it. Um, so we're gonna start seeing more of an influx of TikTokers coming to YouTube. That's for damn sure. Because now they're trying to find and jump onto different platforms because a lot of them were so focused on just TikTok, and some of them have millions of followers on there, and they neglected to spread themselves out, you know, like I've been kind of doing. um but I do focus a lot on YouTube, but at the same time I make sure to post every day on all the platforms. I just don't go live on them like I want to, um, because it's all about obviously about consistency, you know. But you know what? What will be will be, and who's the ginger the gone Goner Bread Man? Who's the Goner Bread Man? I don't even know who that is, Dennis, but okay. So yeah. Yeah, I gotta like rest my throat. I'm going through like an upgrade, like a throat upgrade, and I started to notice just like having like mucus or whatever like build up in my throat, and I'm like coughing, like dry coughs or whatever. And I know I can feel the energy that I'm going through an upgrade right now, um, as a lot of us are. But yeah, getting back to what I was referring to, um, it's um, it's interesting times we're living in, guys. Have you guys noticed? Um, and specifically Presley, I'm gonna ask because if you're still on here, Presley, because yeah, you are. You have to be on here. Um, what are the videos about in general? Just everything, man. Everything. Um, we pretty much talk about everything, man. Light language activations, um, crystalline soul healing. We also do like I love coming on here and just having like going down rabbit holes and talking about things that other people don't want to talk about. And we do food like Luna cooks on dinner on Friday nights on here and does light language and crystalline soul healing and chats. I mean, pretty much everything, man. There's not really anything that is, unless it's goes against the guidelines of YouTube. Um, but has anybody else noticed like the content that's been coming up on YouTube lately? Not only the content, but the algorithm has definitely changed in the last week or so, or two. I mean, I noticed going live that there's not as many people joining the lives as there was in the last several months. Have you found the amount of lives are down? Uh, and I'm noticing the things that are showing up in my news feed. It's almost like PORN level stuff. I wouldn't go that far, but it's still stuff that I would have never seen on YouTube that I'm starting to notice popping up in my newsfeed. So something has drastically changed with YouTube. Um, am I the only one like noticing this stuff? Are you guys seeing it as well? Hold on. Interesting. I've noticed on other channels I mod for don't have as many people. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what I was wondering about, man. Yep. I think it's going to be much more of an influx when if TikTok goes down, especially in the US. Um, interesting. Interesting night squirrel. Um, hmm. I don't even know what to think about that, to be honest with you. I mean, first of all, it's like, as harsh as it may sound, like it's not even in my reality. Yet, I have such compassion for anybody that's experiencing or going through it. Um, do I think we need to be going through any of those things anymore? No. Do I think that we as a human race can come together and support one another? Yes. Um, and I sometimes say to myself, when is humanity going to realize like we're all one, all connected? Um, essentially like coming together, you know? Um, Hold on, I just need to, damn, I only got 16% again. Happened to me yesterday. Um, and I just, we don't need to go through suffering any longer. And it's like, if you really, really think about it, man, yeah, so funny, man. Yesterday I went live for like a half hour and my phone was at 15% and we're back at it again. But I've been on here for 47 minutes and my battery's at 15%. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. True, you're right, Presley. I appreciate you saying that. You're right. Yesterday I wasn't able to wrap it up and and my phone just went out. Um, but thank you, everybody, man. I'm glad I was able to come on here and all you guys pulled up and we got to have a little